This episode is brought to you by John Blake Sales Breakthrough Solutions, helping you to at least double the amount of leads that you get that convert into paying clients.
Welcome to the Master Dealmaker's Secrets podcast. And now, here's sales growth strategist, John Blake.
Welcome to Master Dealmaker Secrets. I'm John Blake. This is episode 153, and today I'm going to explain to you how I got into sales. A lot of people have asked me about that and wondered how I got into this particular role, so I'm going to share that. Before I do that, if you have got leads in your pipeline, these are the leads that you've spoken to, that you've sent made some sort of an offer to, and they're sitting in your proposal sent column of your CRM. That's assuming that you use a CRM. If you don't, then we should probably be talking. But those people that you've spoken to that are in that proposal sent column of your CRM that haven't converted yet. Now, in my experience, most companies have a truckload of unbanked sales sitting in that column. So what I'm going to give you today is a way that you can convert those people into paying clients. It is over at johnblakeaudio.com, and what you will see there is a 15-minute audio training, and then there's a PDF guide that comes with it. In the audio training, you will learn exactly how you can double your sales with those people that are sitting there that you've made an offer to. So exactly what to say, exactly what to say when you call them, exactly what to say if you get their voicemail, exactly what to write in an email, and exactly when to email them over a 90-day period. And the best thing about this training is that I didn't learn it from anywhere other than the practical necessity that I had at one particular point in time where I didn't have a lot of leads in my pipeline. So it's a method that I have continually fine-tuned and knocked into shape. It's available for you over at johnblakeaudio.com. You will make sales. This is the best way that you can create a quick cash injection into your business, and you don't have to spend a cracker on leads because these are people that you've already spoken to. And what you're going to find is that your competitors aren't following up these leads. They just don't do it. Like, I've worked with hundreds and hundreds of companies, hundreds and hundreds of salespeople, and hardly anyone follows up. So this is just money sitting there for you to grab. So head over to johnblakeaudio.com and grab that now. Put it into practice. Maybe not now, because I want you to listen to the podcast. You put it into practice and let me know how you go with it, because I think you will find that it will be really useful to you. Okay, so I have had a few people ask me how did you get into this business, right? And it's a fair question. I didn't actually start with an intention to get into sales. It wasn't my, this is what I want to be when I grow up. What I was in the process of doing when I started in sales was I was a competitive surfer. So I used to surf in all of the competitions in Western Australia, and I was sponsored by a company called Rip Curl. And they gave me wetsuits and apparel. And one day I got approached by the guy that sponsored me to go and work in his agency. So I did. And that was interesting that my draw to work there wasn't so much that I wanted to be in sales. It was that I wanted to work for a surf company because I was mad about surfing and everything associated with surfing. And so I worked there for 4 years, and then I moved over into a company that was based on the East Coast, called Arnett Sunglasses, and I worked there for 4 years and had a lot of success there as a sales manager. With the team, we grew the business from $1 million, probably just over $1 million, 1.5 million, to 6 or 7 million within 3 or 4 years. So that was a really, really big growth that we had there. And then I moved back to Perth, and I had my own wholesale agency. And the reason that I was so interested in getting into coaching is that in those early days, like when I worked for the agency, I was given a framework on, because we were selling clothing, right? So we would have, for the most part, something that might have been between 100 and 250 pieces in a clothing range. And we would have a client come in, and they would come and we would show them the range, and they would buy certain pieces of the range. A lot of people who listen to the podcast want to know what we do over at Master Dealmaker Secrets. And effectively what we do is we work with sales professionals and business owners all over the world who are seeing massive increases in their top line sales revenue. So we help business owners and sales professionals to effectively focus on the 3 key drivers to growing sales revenue in your business. The first one is controlling the message that you send out into the marketplace so that potential clients see and hear and read what you do as an opportunity as opposed to your competitors. The second thing that we do is we help you to create a direct path to the 20% of your ideal clients that will deliver 80% of the revenue. So everyone knows the 80-20 rule. We help you to develop a direct path to the 20% of the people that are going to give you 80% of your sales revenue in your business. And the third thing that we allow you to do, that we create a process for, is for you to be able to double the amount of leads that you get that convert into paying clients. So if this is of interest, we do have an application-only process to become involved in this particular program. And to get to there, all you need to do is to go to www.johnblakescall.com. So it's JOHNBLAKESCALL.com, and there's a couple of questions to answer there. And then what you'll do is get on a quick conversation with me, and I can find out a little bit more about what you've got going on in your business and see potentially whether what you are doing would be a fit for what we could help you with. And at that point, I can extend an invitation if it's a fit, and you can make the choice to come on board or not. So that's the opportunity. That would be the next step if you're looking at how you can take things to the next level. If you're enjoying what you're hearing on the podcast, if you're getting value from it, I invite you to do that, and I will look forward to talking to you. The website is www.johnblakescall.com. Talk to you soon. And so when I was learning sales, I was given some good frameworks on how to show a range, so the mechanical process of showing a range. And there were certain things that I learned from listening, so like little sound bites that I would learn from listening to the other guys that were more experienced than me, the guy that I worked for who was incredibly good at it. And what I found is that I was always wanting more direction. I was always wanting, more guidance, more coaching. And I never forget, I used to go to the boss and I used to say to him, how am I going? How am I, I wanted to get better. And so I wasn't sure whether I was doing the right thing or not. And so I would say, I would go to him quite regularly and I would say, how am I going? And I'll never forget because often, he was a busy guy and I'd go and meet with him and say, how do you think I'm going? What do you think I could do better? And he'd say, well, I don't know. How do you think you're going? Which is, certainly a good question to ask. But I was always, I always wanted more. It was like, I felt like I could, get some more input that would help me to become better. And I think that is why I wanted to. That was my motivator for wanting to help other people and give other people a way that they could become better at sales faster. And so that's always been my core motivator. And so when I see somebody transform from somebody who's okay at sales, and even from some people that have high intention, but they're not getting good results. But if you've got high intention and you are high intention in terms of wanting to do better, if you've got a better framework and you've got a better process, then you can do so much better. And so the thing that really lights me up is when I can work with somebody and I can fast track that process. So I've worked out the small number of things that I need to do with a particular person to take them from perhaps someone who's average or even below average, but has the intention to become good, and get them to a point where they're actually, where they are a proficient salesperson. Some of those people become absolute superstars. Admittedly, not everyone's going to become a superstar, but if anyone has an intention to become better, then I can help them to get there a lot faster and really cut that learning curve down significantly. Because it can take you 10 years to work this stuff out. I mean, I've been doing it for bloody 30 years, and there are still things that I'm learning. So I can cut that learning curve out incredibly. And I think the thing that I really enjoy about sales, the thing that I really like or even love about sales, is that you can be instrumental in changing somebody's world, in improving somebody's world, in helping them to make a decision that will benefit them. And that comes with having the right intention and having the right set of philosophies around what it is that you're there to do. That's what I love about the profession of sales. You can help somebody to you can walk them through a process where they become committed to change in their world and in their life. The thing that I dislike about sales is that there are people out there that have, I believe, the wrong philosophy and the wrong intention. When you have a selfish intention and your intention is centered primarily around your own interests and your own outcome and a self-serving philosophy in what it is that you do, then what that can do is that can put you in a situation where you're selling somebody something that they either don't need or that they don't want. And unfortunately, there's quite a big proliferation of salespeople or sales teachers, I should say, out there that teach that. And so they teach a dysfunctional process and they create dysfunctional salespeople, and that gives the industry a really bad reputation. It gives salespeople a bad reputation, and I don't like that, because some people get into sales and they think, oh, well, I need to, I want to get better. They find themselves in a sales role. They say, okay, well, I need to get better at selling. And so what do? They Google sales, and often they will discover a YouTube video or a series of YouTube videos from some people that they probably shouldn't be learning from, and this dysfunctional process, or this dysfunctional cycle just begins over and over again. So I like to get people before they have the unfortunate experience of thinking that they have to be this aggressive type have this aggressive type approach. I like to get to people before that, and often people when they go through my programs really have this sigh of relief that they're like, okay, well, I'm so glad that I don't have to behave like that. That there is a way that you can sell in a really collaborative way that's supportive, and that gives you the same fantastic results as what you would get if you were aggressive. In fact, better results, because if you're aggressive, that's always short-lived, because your reputation comes back. If you don't help people, if you don't serve people, that reputation goes out into the world, and then it comes back and bites you in the bum. So I hope that gives you a bit of a understanding into how I got into sales and why I do what I do, what it is that motivates me. I feel very, very fortunate and grateful to be able to, and blessed to do what I do and work with the people that I work with. And I hope that gives you a bit of an insight into why I do what I do, and hopefully that's been valuable in terms of you and your journey and why you do what you do as well. So thanks, as always, for listening. I very much appreciate you tuning in, and I will talk to you on the next podcast. Cheers.
You've been listening to Master Dealmaker Secrets with John Blake. Subscribe to get more in-depth strategies and maximize your sales process with new episodes every other week. And double your inquiry to sale conversion with the lead flow you already have. Go to johnblakeaudio.com for his exclusive, free, no-fluff audio training and companion PDF guide.